Hi, Neil and Rob. I'd like to use this podcast to talk a little bit more about the two distinctive tracks recorded for the film. And the first track we hear is "God Hides Behind Heaven's Door." That's the track with the vocals and the harmonica solo. The second track is called "Show Me the Dead," and that's just instrumental. The first track we hear is God's Hide Behind Heaven's Door. And the equipment I've used is SM58 for the vocals, and the music we hear is all keyboard. There's no guitar. It sounds like a guitar, but it's not. It's all keyboard, and the workstation I use is a Juno GI. It's a Roland synth. The harmonica I use is it's a C harmonica, but actually in G because the song is in G. The first instrument we hear is instrument sound rather is a sound called the swamp guitar, and it sounds like this. It sounds happy. It's got the slide element into it, and because it sounds a little bit happy, the instrument is happy sounding. It sounds out of place, out of context, which is what I wanted. I wanted this composition to be raw, and I wanted the lyrics to do all the speaking, but the music is just to support the lyrics, which is so dominant for the visual. And that's the first instrument we hear is a swamp guitar, and to help the swamp guitar with moving and to complement the lyrics, there's a string patch, and all the strings are doing is just doing the root and the minor third, and the strings come in as soon as the vocals come in. If you listen closely, you promised me it wouldn't end like this. You promised me, and that's all it's doing is the root and the third. The vocals, all the vocals is doing is the melody. Promise me wouldn't end like this, doing that section. And when I recorded the first line, when I recorded the vocals first time, I did it a second time and realised that the second time I done it, I done harmonies to the first time, so I kept them both together, and it got like an Ozzy Osbourne motif, which I thought worked really, really well. And to help with the strings, I've done a 3-part harmony, doing oohs and ahs and changing with the chords. That's really, I've got that right at the bottom of the mix. I didn't want to cloud the strings, but if you listen very carefully, you might be able to pick it up. When the final kiss, you walk away in the clouds. It's a path that That's buried in there really well, I find. The second instrument we've used is a harmonica. I've used a harmonica in C major because the song is in G. I've had to use a C, and the harmonica I've used is a Lee Oscars. Using the cross harp blues bending in the note technique to get the solo that I wanted, and I used the harmonic because harmonica is a soul. It's a blues instrument. It's represented as one of the saddest instruments because of the bluesy history that it's got, and that's why I've used the blues harmonica. The second piece that's distinctive in this composition is the instrumental called "Show Me the Dead." The instrumentation I wanted to be really, really bizarre, and the bizarre thing about it is none of the instrumentation should work together, but they do. And the riff that I got playing is doing a G, octave G, D flat, then back down in reverse. So it sounds like this. The instruments we can hear playing there is the swamp guitar again, is carrying on, is still playing, and help with it, with that melody, the double bass is playing. We've got a vibraphone, and that's got like an octave effect on there, just to give it a little character. There's a sitar pluck. It sounds a little bit like a bell. See if we can listen out for it. Here we go. This is the sitar pluck. ba-dum bum. Da 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 dum bum. That's the sitar pluck, and that wavy sound instrument is a warped clavinovia. And because it sounds so out of place, which is what makes it so scary. Because all the notes shouldn't be working together, but they do, because it gives us that tension of the music, and it works well with the visual because it's a horror visual, which is so great about it. For me, the piece uses a lot of motif, and then at the end, where the piano does a discordant stabbing rhythm, where we're doing a G fifth chord, so we got a G and a D, and then that D then is moving down to a D flat and then going up to an E flat, so it's really dissonant. It should sound like this. That section comes in for when the character opens the fire exit, and the piano is playing and that dissonant, and it gives the visual that edge. Even though in the original there isn't any music, but I feel like I've done a great job with both compositions. Yeah. So thank you.